Gonna take a swig of water before we do this. It's an exciting day. A lot of my viewers probably don't know nothing about this. It's Sonic Frontiers Day. It's the day of Sonic Frontiers. It's out. The game's literally released. It's out right now. You can buy it. You can I've got the Sonic hat on. So, you know what that means. But, as you can see, the gameplay trailer is finally dropped. I've liked the video already because I'm hype. I'm very hyped for this. When this comes out, you best believe I'm going to be streaming it. That's going to be all of my streaming shadazzle, bedazzle, all day, every day Sonic Frontiers. We're going to watch this trailer and I'm going to give you my honest opinions because I don't let myself have any bias and I'm quite unfiltered. This could literally make my heart explode with excitement, or it's going to make me want to drill a power drill into my skull. The stakes are high. It's a quick gameplay analysis. That's what we're doing. Ayo. What's up? We're here. Round up the punch. We're wheeling up that play button. Full screen it. Let's go. The world premiere gameplay. Already, look at that. Because look how stagnant he is. He's so still. From all the other stuff I've seen of this game, he's been standing like, you know what I mean? He's been standing like a lad that's about to knock you out. You know what I mean? But look, he's got a little bit of an animation there. Look. They made him move. They actually put it. Sega finally put in some effort. You remember in Sonic Forces where he would just be like, and do absolutely nothing? Because I've been seeing a lot of people saying, oh, it's the Forces model. It's gonna suck because they're reusing assets. It's got Forces DNA in it. How can I live? How can I keep on breathing knowing that Sonic Frontiers is gonna have Forces DNA in it? Now, it's a good argument that, because it's like Forces, you know, game bad. The problem with that isn't the fact that it's from Forces. It's just the fact that they're reusing assets. And if they're going to reuse the character model, sprites, and animations, what else have they just lazily copy and pasted to put into the game? You know what I mean? I'm literally not a second into... I realize I'm not a second into the video. I need to get out of the habit of pausing every single second. I'm so sorry. IGN first for the month of June. Is the CGI trailer? It's all about Sonic Frontiers. All about Sonic Frontiers. We've got previews and we've got interviews from the developers. I swear IGN hates Sonic and they're dedicating Pride Month to Sonic Frontiers. Later down the road. First up, we've got the That's a win in my book. Focusing on exploring the mysterious island. Well, there's going to be interviews in this. Himself stranded on at the start of the game. Be sure to stick with IGN throughout June so you don't miss anything. Until then, here's your first look at gameplay from Sonic Frontiers. That's really interesting, you know. Sorry, I'm God, he's just don't pause it. Oh, I can't be bothered watching the guy who pauses it all the goddamn time. Look at him. He's like, bruh. I'm so certain that IGN doesn't like Sonic. They're hyping it up that June is going to be Sonic month on IGN. They're hyping it up quite a bit, so it's making me feel a bit like okie dokie. At the start of the game. Be sure to stick with the start of the game. That reminds me of like Breath of the Wild. Until then, here's type of shit. It really does kind of look like Breath of the Wild. The standing animation's still a bit off there. I don't know what it is about it. Yeah, and I swear those towers there, they look like the towers from Breath of the Wild. Like, I'm not tripping. You know the towers that you climb up that unlock more of the map in Breath of the Wild. Oh, you climb it. And you climb these ones as well. But you don't actually climb. You jump up with the... What? The springs? How did they get there? Huh? Sega, how did the springs get there? The same Sonic springs. I mean, they've gotten a bit of a redesign. I'll give you that. I want to... So, why does he... Ooh. Okay. That walking animation looks really janky. That doesn't... Oh, that doesn't look appealing. Oh, the way that he like jitters over the different, what's it called? Whenever he's on a different level of land, he just sort of blips like that. Like, I'm not trying to nitpick, but like that walking animation just looked really stiff and like not really stylized like he should be walking at a slower pace. It was just kind of like, ah! That doesn't abide with the laws of physics. He's wall climbing. He's wall. That is the weirdest looking wall climb. What? He's not even like... What? What? Sorry, but like, obviously everybody knows it's just like it's Sonic's version of Breath of the Wild. To the T, apparently. It's just the fact that, like, he's not grabbing onto anything. I see, like, the little triangular holes, so you can grab onto that. But, like, he ain't got the Spider-Man hands, you know what I mean? I guess it'd be quite cool, though, but then how does he just start running up the wall? Like, he's climbing and then he just starts running. Look at that walk cycle! That's so bad! Look at that! That just looks really stiff. Oh, and look at the way that jitters as well. Yeah, you see the way he jitters when he runs up the thing. Look at that. The whole screen sort of shakes because he's traversing upwards. And I don't know, the ground's not level enough, or they've not, like, solidified the character model running up, so it's just kind of like this. I get that it's an early build, but for the first reveal, little things like that kind of shakes me off a bit. Oh, is he going to do some homing attack? Oh, okay, that looks quite good. That's quite nice, but then with the environment that he's in, those sorts of springs and those circles, they don't really seem to fit in the environment. So it just, I don't know, it sticks out to me like, why is that there? You know what I mean? Because like those are just the casual Sonic springs in a really realistic environment. Okay, the rails being like a little Saturn ring around the towers, that's pretty cool. I quite like that. But then, wait, what's that, though? You see that in the distance? I'm assuming those are more railings, right? What for? That's just in the sky. Like, that's not applying to any physics. Like, the ones on the tower, like, I don't know, they're attached to the tower or whatever. Those are just hunks of metal in the sky. Like, that doesn't... don't come for me, but it doesn't look good. Because when I look at that, it makes me think of, oh, this is just like a Sonic sandbox. It's giving me like the 16-year-old game developer vibes of just like he's messing around. He took a Sonic character, plonked him in a random environment, and then just threw random Sonic assets in there without actually thinking about what it would look like. I know I'm getting all of this from a singular frame, but come on, what is that doing? That doesn't make any sense for that to be there. Sorry. Like, look, it just looks like random platforms in this area. Like, it doesn't look like it has a reason to be there. Like, oh, this platform is just on a random rail that leads back to the island. And that's literally what it is. Look at those railings. There's no rhyme or reason to what they're doing there. It's going to be explained in the game where it's like, oh, like the magic of the island makes every metal grinding rail levitate beyond the scope of what humanity can understand. Yeah, I can't deny it. It looks really haphazard. And another thing I'm sort of seeing is this is a problem that all games have that I've always really made me think weirdly. It's like the render distance, the heart stuff. Oh, what's the heart for? Wall running, that looks really sick. Those hearts look really cool. Is that like a life counter? Is that like a heart crystal? So rings might not be the life source anymore, which is quite a cool change. The graphics are really nice though. I'll give it that. Yeah, it's just like the render distance of things. Like, you know, surely our modern hardware should be able to render things before they pop up on screen, so you're not just like running and then things start appearing whilst you're running past it, because that can be quite disorientating. Okay, the scenery here looks really cool. Okay, when it rains, the little water flaps off of Sonic's feet. What is that camera? Nah, come on. Bro, this is a 2022 game. Why is it doing like the like when you do like a puzzle in like Zelda from like 20 years ago and you do the puzzle and then the camera would just instantly pan over to what you just did and then pan back. Like, there was no like fluidity to that camera movement. Because it's just, oh, we're over here. Look what you did. And then right back. Again, I know it's an early build, but there's just a lot. You see, like, he even blipped over that bit of grass. Look at that. Look at him walking there. Bro, he goes, bloop. So that's the spin cycle. The animation on that looks really nice. And I like the freedom that gives off. I don't understand what that energy beam thingy is, though. I noticed that they got the same jump from forces. The boost looks really good, though. I quite like that. Ooh, soaring through the sky like that. That's really nice. Yeah, it's like the freedom of running around is like the thing I'm most excited for. But then it's just like the jankiness of the way the character moves around on the screen, like running through those rocks just there, that throw it off. Like, if you're gonna do a game like this, the animation has to be clean. Because the visuals are playing a really big part in what's going on with the game. So if the animation isn't smooth or clean, then it's not gonna do it justice from what you're trying to accomplish. But when you're running straight through the forest there, that looks sick. Like that's really satisfying to look at. Running through the water there, that's nice. It's just the little extra bits that are just a little bit weird to look at. Yeah, and just like running up the rock like it's nothing. It's just, oh, I'm here and then I'm going up. Am I even watching this in the right... excuse me, guys. I'm not even watching it in 4K. I'm not... That's probably the issue. That's probably where all the jankiness is coming from, is because I haven't been watching it in 4K. I'm so sorry, guys. It does look a lot better in 4K. Okay, another just overhead puzzle. They had these in Sonic Boom. I'm pretty sure they did have that exact puzzle in Sonic Boom. Not really sure if that was the right thing to pull out of the reusable assets folder, Sega. I'm not sure if you really did the right thing, made the right move with that one. Okay. Little Sonic hamster wheel. Again with weird camera work. And a jittery looking Sonic. And then the hamster wheel is still moving and he's just standing still. So that was that. Internally, I'm really hype. I know I may not be expressing that verbally. I'm just like explaining everything as I'm seeing it. I don't know, man. The animation definitely needs the most work, I think. Everything else looked really nice. Like the way that the movements were and the way the character would move around and interact with things. That was all good. The substance is there. There was wall running. There was wall climbing. There was all these different moves and abilities. That's definitely a good step in the right direction. But I feel like the execution of that isn't really cutting it in this stage, because the animation looks really kind of jittery and all over the place and isn't really fully grounded. The level design, it doesn't feel like, oh, we're exploring like a mysterious island. It feels like, oh, we've just pressed randomize. There's a couple platforms. Because running through the fields and running through the forest, that looks sick. And when I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh, yo, this is a really sick looking game where it's a mysterious area. But then when it just gets all wacky looking with just these random platforms and railings in the sky. The first tower at the beginning, that looked really cool. This sort of area makes you feel like a bit more intrigued into looking into it. But then you just see those random springs in the sky that aren't even connected. Look at that spring, that's not even connected to anything. That instantly takes me out of the experience. It's a good concept, but the delivery just ain't really it. The graphics are really good. It's definitely really empty. In this stage, it looks more like a sandbox game. I got my guy chilling on my shelf. He's laughing. He's laughing about how bad this gameplay trailer was. And it wasn't bad. I'm being too harsh now. But it definitely could have been a lot better. Oh, there's spiderweb on this. You know, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt of it being, you know, it's not going to be out. So there's still like half a year to go and there's a lot that can be done in that time. I just hope that they put the work in to make it perfect because Sonic needs a good game. Otherwise, it won't look very good. Because if this game is good, it is solidified as, okay, 2022 Sonic Resonance. He's back. But then if it sucks, then it'll be like Dr. Eggman in the new movie. And it'll be like, oh, contraire, mon frère. I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure it means, oh no, bad. I know Sega is a company that only does things for the money. They don't even try to hide it. I don't know. Sega might not be willing to go the extra mile to make it perfect for the sake of making it perfect rather than like, oh, we can make a lot of money out of this. Okay, I've been talking way too much. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in another clip.